So I've been noticing something about quote unquote like darker forces. I have been noticing that when you are on some type of trajectory, some type of journey, some type of bigger mission, do you ever feel like there's just something there that keeps trying to stick their foot out from underneath you and knock you down? I have noticed this more times than I can count. And I have stumbled and fallen, and a lot of times I'm like, "What the freak is going on? Like, why is it every time I'm getting on this trajectory, getting on this thing that I think is the big thing that I'm meant to be and do and connect with love and connection to people and others and things like that." It's like something out the blue will come around and it feels like it turns my world upside down, and it feels like it's like out of nowhere, and it feels like it's it feels like it will be in a very nasty, dark way, and what do I mean by that? It doesn't always have to be this, like, horror movie scene that you see all the time. I have seen the hard way that darker forces will come in the face of people around you and situations and things that just might not go well. Devices start messing up around you, lights start flickering around you, people start acting out of character or start targeting you more, or you can just start sensing something is wrong and unbalanced. And I used to kind of question this and be like, no, there's no way that this is really going on. And then I started hearing this concept of like non player characters and monitoring spirits and all this kind of jibber jab that some people are going to turn a blind eye to. And I seriously believe it is really going on. I have seen it more times than I can count when I'm having a good day or if I'm doing something good. I have seen people come in and try to, like, it's almost like trying to like poke at the happiness, poke at the joy, poke at the situation, and kind of like leave you off kilter, right? Like it's almost like they try to crush that moment for you, crush that situation, crush it to try to break you down. And I used to kind of think, am I making this stuff up? Am I fabricating this? Most people aren't going to believe me. And I guarantee some of you have experienced this, right? Where you feel like you have a bigger mission, you feel like there's something there for you. You feel like you're a good person and you have care and love in your heart. And yet you have these nasty situations or nasty individuals that would just come out of nowhere. I had one earlier today that I was just enjoying myself and having a good old time with someone. And then someone just blurted out some nasty comment while I was outside. And then when I questioned them on it, they tried to deny like they had even done it. And I can guarantee you it was because you have nasty individuals who are a filter, who are just easy access for more nastiness to come in and more low vibrational frequencies to come in to be a puppet in these scenarios. And then when you call them out on it, they cower because they have no real freaking power. And then the funny thing that I thought about that situation was when you have people who have like an empty vessel or partake in lower vibrational situations, things, substances, I have seen people shift and change more times over and over again. It's almost like their eyes shift and change and go out into something else. And I truly believe that we are aware of this more than you realize. I feel like being self-aware and acknowledging for what it is gonna help deflect that. I always try to figure out, like, what is the purpose of this? Why is this happening, and why is it happening to me? And then I'll go down this spiral, right, of, like, I must be unworthy and, there must be something wrong if I keep seeing these things. No, I actually think it's the opposite. It must be that you are more powerful, have much more of a mission, have much more going on for you, for these individuals to try to target you and take you out. Because therefore, what is the purpose? Why would they devote so much energy towards taking you out? There must be a bigger reason more than just the small effect that is in front of us, because it seems worthless. It seems meaningless if it's not for something bigger. I believe that it's probably so much more that you're on a path, probably even hitting the right trajectories to keep having things come in and try to come at you, to try to tackle you and get you down as close as possible. It's like you're almost there. I started imagining like a football player running down the line to the winning goal, because how many people are there trying to stop him? How many more people there are targeting him, trying to get him out? How many more people come in line and strategically try to plan to, swarm around him to block him, because it's so advantageous for that individual to get to that goal and they don't want that. That is the best analogy that I could think of in your life. So if you have been experiencing that, let you know that you're not alone in it. I have been experiencing it most of my life, and I think the more that we acknowledge it and realize it, we start to dismantle them and start to realize that we can deflect that and send loving energy out there and around ourselves to dismantle all of that negativity, and therefore calling them out on it. I mean, even it doesn't even have to be in person. I mean, just universally, like acknowledging it, sending that energy that you're not going to do that and you're going to take that out, I think is the best way forward. I think for me, a lot of times I will kind of sit with myself, ask for a higher source to please send loving energy down here and push out anything that is not in my realm or around my people, and seeing kind of like that bubble, seeing that love energy coming down, if I can amplify that in any way. And that might be something that you guys can use as a tool as well, because I've come across information that says love energy is the highest frequency that combats that lower vibrational energy, and it kind of like dismantles it and transmutes it into something else, and deflects it in the end. So, wishing you well on your journey. If you have experienced that coming around, you're not alone on it. You must be there for something more, because they're going to send their armies at you. But I think the more you resonate from a higher frequency, we can kind of dismantle that and diffuse it. I don't get it as much as I used to, but I definitely think it still tries to affect me, when you're not thinking about it, or when you haven't been putting up those shields as much. And maybe it's just a reminder to keep that up and to keep tapping into the things that light you up, that make you feel good, laughter, joy, passions. I think it all raises our vibration to slowly or even more dramatically kind of filter that stuff out moving forward. So, wish you well on your journey, and I'll see you all in the next one.